Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection, released August of 2022, retailing for $39.99, and available on all modern platforms. This is a collection of 13 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games, with titles from the arcade, the NES, the Super Nintendo, Genesis, and Game Boy. And you have more genre diversity here than you might have expected, as you have several beat-em-ups here, as well as fighting games, a number of platformers, and interestingly, one proto-Metroidvania. All games featured have the option to rewind and save state in, with online multiplayer available for the arcade, Super Nintendo, and Genesis titles. There is also bonus material here in the form of comic book covers, old advertisements, and of course the boxes and manuals to all the games. There is some overlap between the games here, as for example, you have the arcade version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a great beat-em-up. But also on offer is the NES version of the arcade game. And while the arcade version is objectively better by most metrics, I think the NES version is included here entirely for nostalgia, as people nostalgic for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will have undoubtedly played the arcade game at some point. It's likely they've spent far more time playing the original NES version, renting it repeatedly on weekends and playing it with friends. So despite the better graphics and gameplay on offer in the arcade version, it is entirely possible they have more fondness and nostalgia for that 8-bit version. The games here on offer are also of varying quality, as you have real gems in this collection, like Turtles in Time or the Hyperstone Heist. You also have games that weren't even good at the time, like the first 2 Game Boy games here, or the first NES Turtles game. Although, having said that, rose-tinted nostalgia glasses do make them somewhat enjoyable, even as flawed as they are. This package even does manage to have one hidden gem in it, that being the 3rd Turtles game released for the Game Boy, which is inexplicably a Metroidvania, which is actually better in this collection than it would have been on Game Boy, because this allows for save stating, and there was no saving or passwords in the original Game Boy cart. So is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection worth your money? Absolutely, yes it is. You have some amazing beat-em-ups, a pretty good fighting game, and a very good Metroidvania here. There's a lot to do and enjoy, whether you want to go it alone, or invite your friends along. And being able to save state and rewind makes even exceptionally hard games, like the first NES title, tolerable. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends.